Hello and welcome to Still Uncaptured with me, Kgomotso Matsunyane.
And myself, Ndumiso Ngcobo.
Yes, welcome to the show. And if you want to interact with us, my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is at Motso Matsu.
For myself, on TikTok and Twitter, it is at Ndumiso Ngcobo. And of course, I'm still a fossil, a relic. I'm still on Facebook, Ndumiso Ngcobo. Very consistent with my age.
Yeah. And with the
Facebook,
name
with the name Ikati, where you can write entire think pieces.
No, actually, I know you use us. Whether you're 16 years or whatever of writing that column for the Sunday Times.
Yes.
Is literally, is like Ndumiso spewing something on Facebook, catching lots of reactions and then writing an article.
Yes.
But today we have a fabulous show because we have a guest who's going to talk to us about the normal things that we talk about, a little left of field, a little left of center. Yeah. And that is the brilliant musician, Langa Mavuso. Hello, Langa.
Hello, Nishan.
How you doing?
Very good. It's a nice gloomy Thursday. Whatever day it is.
But it also kind of depends because when I left the house, it was like, oh, it's raining, and but then 10 minutes later, there was nothing.
Now.
It's blue now.
We're outside, and it's my favorite weather.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here.
We've got that in common. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, I love grey weather.
Yes.
Particularly in Gauteng, it's
Me
beautiful.
too. Especially when it's thunderstorm season.
Oh, yes.
Heaven.
But don't you get scared? Like,
No, scared of
you
what?
like that?
I like that. I'm like,
I find that Yakuma. I'm not scared, but I certainly react. So, Langa, how we like to start the show is talk about something quite important that we even started when we were still at KFM on Uncaptured. Yeah. And that's just talking about what we are grateful for.
Sure.
Yeah, because it helps you remember the good things. You just wake up, if you wake up and everything is bad. But if you look at it, I'm breathing, the sun is shining, it's raining, whatever it is. So I'm very curious. I'll go with you, Ndumiso, first. What are you grateful for today?
Do you know what I really have realized sometimes how lucky one is, and one doesn't really acknowledge enough how lucky one is?
Yes.
Do you know what I have? I have solvable problems. Every problem that I have has got a solution.
Wow.
I don't have hopelessness. It's such, and I realize sometimes, when you talk to people, you actually realize that some people have got problems that even if you were to try and say to them,
it's too much.
There's no, you can do this. Right. They've got problems that cannot be solved. Like I recently read about someone who is going blind and there is nothing that can be done about them going blind. Wow. And I thought to myself, gee whiz, every single problem, whether it be hypertension, I know I need to walk more, I need to exercise. Every single problem I have, I can fix. I can get rid of these mentats.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
But can you?
We don't know. It's possible. I'm really grateful for just that clarity of mind that I've got problems that I can solve.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just up to me to solve them. And yourself?
I hope I've never done this before because it'll seem very cheesy, but it's possible that I have. And I don't know if it's something that I've ever said to you. Yeah. But I am grateful for you.
Wow.
Me?
I am. Are you blushing? You're blushing. He's blushing.
Oh.
So, this guy,
How long have you guys known each other?
We have known each other 18 years now.
Wow.
18 years?
It is 18 years.
Not worked together, just known each other.
We've known of each other longer, but meeting for the first time was...
But the thing is, we've worked together for as long as we've also known each other.
Okay.
We met in 2007 and we've just been working together since then.
Wow.
Like and I was actually so funny. Sorry to interrupt you. I was thinking about that coming, on my way here, and I was like, those people that you... who know where all the bodies are buried. Well, this one, quite honestly, even if I didn't want her anymore in my life, I can't get rid of her because she knows too much.
And the bodies that he doesn't even know.
Yes, you know about that.
That, for example, I have random conversations with Ndabisid.
Yes.
Your late friend.
Yes.
No, he's not late friend. What is it? What?
No, he
Your
is
friend
a late.
who is late.
No, he's a late friend. He's a late friend. Yeah.
And so anyway, there's some bodies. Can I finish my gratitude?
Yes,
please.
Yes. That you, Ikadi, you're a very patient friend. You're a very giving friend. You're a very generous friend. And of course, my favorite, you're a very intellectual friend.
Yes.
I love that. I cannot stand stupid people.
Yes, me too.
Langa.
Same.
Kore ha batla o nhlantsha,
Same.
ne?
Mpehele batho ba,
Ube domkopo. I cannot stand stupid people. So for you, my friend, and you are so tolerant of my bullshit. Oh my God. Like a real proper like work husband.
Uh-huh.
No. He takes my shit. He gives it right back.
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes when you're just being because he knows that after that she's gonna be calm again. Do you know how many people will just be kind of like futek when I'm not gonna take that?
Yes.
He takes my shit.
Sure.
So for that, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
value
Thank you
you.
right back.
You're
Thank you right back. You know I cry easily. So can we move on?
He does. He's a crybaby.
I'm horrible.
Okay.
What are you grateful for, Langa?
Sure. In this present day, what am I grateful for? I think I'm grateful for my family more than anything. They have been my grounding place a lot. I'm grateful for perspective, especially as someone who has suffered for a long time with things that are tough, and you only see life a certain way when you are grappling with pain and loss and the stresses of life, as you would say, the problems that seem unsolvable. And so I'm grateful that I was able to get to a place where I could see things differently, that I could learn from those moments of feeling isolated or feeling depressed or feeling lost. And now I've understood myself better in the time alone. I've learned to reach out to those closest to me when I feel like I need company or community. And so I'm grateful for that, for perspective. And I'm grateful, Uguti, I have my family because their love is so amazing.
Yeah.
Families.
Now that you have basically taken the oath, now you have been inaugurated. We need to also just point out that today we're sitting here, we're just having a chat.
Yes.
You are a co-host of this particular episode.
So
we're not interviewing
I actually
here. We're
wanted
just
to ask
talking.
you a question when Kgomotso spoke about the fact that you're such a patient friend. I'm going to ask you a very millennial question. What are your star signs? Because now I'm feeling like there's a fire and you might be air, and that's why you understand.
You're right about my fire.
Okay, you're
I'm
Leo?
an Aries.
Aries.
I'm an Aries,
okay.
baby.
And what are you?
Capricorn.
Okay, not air. Jan, Capricorn, or December Cap?
Jan. Like like the 10th of Jan.
So what are you water sign or?
I have my interest.
Are you Sagittarius?
My interest in horoscopes and it's so many. Like I so don't believe in the zodiac
But you must know what
signs.
sign you're supposed to be.
Yes, he's a Capricorn. 10 Jan.
Capricorn.
10 Jan,
It's 10 Jan. It is Capricorn.
Yeah, it is
I just don't know what animal it is or whatever. I don't know.
Or what element.
I don't know what element.
But you talked about your family.
Yes.
Where's your family?
Guess what, guys? So I was born in Parktown. Grew up with my grandmother in Deep Kloof in Zone 6.
Okay.
So I think you know that thing of the young parents of the 90s, they go work back no koko.
Right.
So I stayed with my grandmother until I was 6 years old. Then I moved to Mondio.
Okay.
And I spent most of my life in Mondio. And
So
then,
what are the suburbs, basically?
kind of. You know?
You are telling us our age.
No, I always say
I was born in Parktown. I was born in Parktown.
darling. At Brenthurst.
In Richmond, yeah.
You know, that's the funniest thing. I always say to my friends, Ngipan's a little soft, you know, like fantasy to glue through and through, but like bougie,
Bougie to the core.
Yeah, so I'm from the south of Johannesburg. My mom was born in Soweto. My dad is from KZN, so there's also that side. Yoguti holidays, you go get dropped off Tongat, and then life is different there. So I also have that sense of identity.
But you don't.
Not even Lutonga. So I must explain this.
Yeah.
Ulanga is my father's surname.
Yeah,
Okay.
And Mavuso is my mother's surname.
Okay.
My actual name is Nkosnati. But because my parents separated when I was 6 months old, they separated when I was 6 months old. I've always used my mother's surname. And when I became a bit older and just kind of trying to find a sense of identity, family, because there's that thing, you know, when you grow up with a step parent where even though they raise you well and they love you, there's an aunt who goes, Mara ongana mangwena, because how twanele smang.
Right.
So there was that time in my life when I really wanted to connect with my father in some sort of way. And so when I started making the music, then I thought I'd give an ode to him by using his surname as my name. So it's Mosotol.
Are you in touch with your dad?
I am. We've got a beautiful relationship now. I think the gift of music comes from him. He plays piano. My older brother plays trombone and violin. My younger brother plays viola.
Right.
My sister plays nothing.
Does she sing at least?
Nothing. There's not a musical bone in her body. But my parents met in the choir. They were singing together, and that's how I came about.
Choral music.
I'm a choral child. Yeah.
I'm also a choral child, which goes to my question. So when I was growing up, right, everything, because I'm very musical, right, and it is. Can I just say this? Like I know this is
And you
like
can
this,
sing
Really?
I'm not bad. Because my father was also, you know, a conductor and a composer. I mean, hundreds of songs and so on, choral music, yeah, and so on. But I grew up in a house where I can tell you what sounds informed. Like when I started hearing music, I mean, there's a particular album, like a Miriam Makeba album, that used to always play in the house. It's from 1960. That's called Kgomotso and the Click song and so on and so forth. For you, what are your first memories of the music that you think to yourself, when you hear this music, you're like, so I must have been 3? Because I can tell you even ages. I can tell you, I used to listen to the song when I was 3 or 4.
I definitely have that. So I think the very formative one has to be Orlando Interchoir, which was the choir that my parents were in. And we would go around to Standard Bank Arena, and I'd sit at the back of the hall at Orlando listening to them rehearse. And so when I hear choral music, I think of my parents. But then I think of artists for me that stand out a lot when it comes to music has to be Tate Tsapotsola, because my dad played Tsapotsola so much.
Right.
Amatotana just had a show at Nyrock Sculpture Park, and I called my dad. I said, Dad, this is all you know, like this is all we used to listen to. Bab Kaifas, Mamleta, Ringo Madlingos, those are the artists that really ring in my head a lot of the time, and your Luthers and your Whitneys as well. So that's the music that I grew up on.
You do a lot of utando music.
Yes, it comes from that. I was raised by it.
You know, it's like his music is very like English and Zulu.
Yes.
But very romantic.
Yes.
Are you that guy?
Oh my God, I love love.
It's
My favorite thing.
Are you inspired right now?
That's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah,
I love people who love love.
What do you mean you love people who love love? Are you not a lover of love?
Oh my God, it's bad. Yeah,
are lovers of love.
Yes, I'm one of
Like
those
my brother
people.
is a lover of love.
I love love. I really do. No, I'm not seeing anyone right now. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but utla feature at the right time.
Yeah.
But I was with someone for some time, and unfortunately, he's late now. Passed away 2 years ago.
Oh. Was he the love of your life?
I think so. I think he was the love of that point in my life.
Right.
And I think that the love that we shared over the 8 years that we were together was really special. And I think that I will forever cherish the experience that I had with him. But there's so many other beautiful people on this planet.
I was about to say, be comforted.
Yes.
There are more than one loves
Yes.
of one's life.
Absolutely.
So it's just a matter of like when.
Yes,
You know, me, I'm looking
absolutely.
forward.
Yes.
So there are many, many other loves that I'm going to experience.
I almost said something, but then I was like, you know, I've got to be nice to you today
Be
because
nice to me.
because I was your gratitude.
Don't be.
I'm not going to talk about droughts, right?
Yeah.
Actually, some sort of water.
So, you know, one of the things, and I have got to say this, right? It is so beautiful for me as a broadcaster and as someone who likes just to talk to people, to be able to actually talk to a musician that you actually really like, that you really, because I mean this industry is so small that there are certain musicians that I'm just like, I hear people talk about them and you're like,
but they don't register.
They don't register. What's interesting, the question that I'm saying this is because I'm 53, and people.
This 53 is bothering you, but we'll come back.
No, but it's got context this time, right? It's about the fact that I feel that when I listen to your music, you're singing for me and my generation because I get you.
Man, it's old people's music.
The music that
It's
you
not
do
2K.
is no.
Where's your I'm a piano song?
I have one actually. I actually have one with them.
Is it something deliberate, or it's really just you being your artistic expression just happens to fall within our realm?
Sure. I think that there's multiple factors to what has influenced the music. I studied classical music when I was at the National School of the Arts. I studied jazz at UCT. And I was raised by parents who loved music and obviously played older musicians for me. The music is a reflection of experiences for me. And so all of it is stories that have happened, you know. And so even when I made a song, there's a song that sounds very old called Love Lost that I recorded in London with this brilliant musician named Lyndon J. Walk into a studio, we're in Hampstead, it's like in the basement, and it's just like, it looks like a mad genius's kind of laboratory with just like things everywhere, but it's just instruments everywhere. And so we're struggling to write a song together because we've been put together by agents and management. And eventually I just go over to his piano and I just play some chords. And then he's like, I've got it. I'm going to play this thing. He's got an organ in there. Starts to play on the organ, plays the chords, starts to build the song, starts to play the drums, starts to play the bass. And the words come to me eventually. And then he hears what I'm speaking about. I'm retelling a story about sitting out at night and looking into the stars and remembering a night of loss. And he says to me, this song just sounds like the 60s for me. And he opens this cupboard and it's like 100 mics. And he pulls out a mic and he's like, this is from 1962, from this, plugs in the mic and we record it and it crackles exactly like how it used to crackle back in those days. And so I think that the music, its time and its sound is not necessarily dependent on me. I just think that I'm a vessel when I create, and I try to open myself up to whatever the experience is leading me towards. And so even when I wrote Sunday Blues and it's this very piano-led song, it's because I felt like the best way to convey the emotion of love and of yearning was through these keys. And so when I sat with Lyndon and we created the song that sounded like it was made from the 60s, and then we recreated that sound with the equipment from that time, it was because I surrendered myself to creating in a way that the music is the one that led me to where we're supposed to go. And so even the piano, it was like I was in that time in my life where I was like out all the time and I get to know these people and this is how they create music. And in that moment, I really allowed the song to take over, to be the one to lead me in the direction that we're going in. And so it's not fully intentional. It's more of a surrender, I think.
But I'm curious as to like which living person would you most like to collaborate with?
Ooh.
That's a huge one.
That is a huge one.
Give him at least 3.
Sure.
Because, I mean, I can only imagine with... It's got to be more than
Because
one.
There's so many. There's so many. I would say like Ndumiso Makatini, I would love to work with him on just like a jazz record.
Ndumiso, I hope you're listening.
Yes.
You're watching.
Overseas, I would say probably like a Frank Ocean. He's a great songwriter that I really revere.
Why am I not surprised by that?
I love
I
Frank
can see
Ocean.
it. Yeah, I can see it.
I really, really love Frank Ocean. And then, I don't know, I like to work with my peers as well, like people who are up and coming. There's this girl, why am I forgetting her name? Leah Butler.
Okay.
Up and coming girl, really, really special. There's another girl named Tando Zite. Beautiful, beautiful voice. And then I like to play with my friends like all the time. So your Zoe Mudijas, your Mananas.
Right.
I'm always keen to get into the studio, crack jokes for 2 hours, and then get to working eventually. You know, I know if I just get a full chicken, they'll stay. There's lots of artists that I'd like to explore with. I'd like to work on a piece that is supported by an orchestra, you know, and I know this brilliant artist name, conductor, arranger, Tsapotso Tetsi, who I went to school with as well. He's done some incredible work with the New School Orchestra, taking Black South African kids around Europe who've got this beautiful gift of playing classical music, but also taking the classical and bringing it to this modern day.
Right.
So Tsepo is definitely one of those guys I'd love to work with.
You know, when you talked about an orchestra, I don't know why in my head I just thought of the Royal Albert Theatre. I was just
yes.
I would love to.
Yes.
And it leads me to the question about some of the things, like where you headed to, because
Yes.
I feel that for you, your musical dreams, where we started the show about me talking about solvable problems, I have this feeling that because of your artistry and your talent, where you want to go musically, it's for you a solvable problem. So there are things where you think this is what you want.
Yeah.
Where would you where do you see yourself, where you want to be sitting on that theater or wherever? Where do you want to go? Where will you feel that? Because I know there's
We've
probably
done
many
it,
mountains.
yes. I think the dream is for that vastness in audience, but also in presentation. So I do have a dream. Like I always say to everyone, I've got 3 things that I want. I want children, I want a husband, and I want to play 5 shows a year like Andrea Bocelli. and I want to play 5 shows, and there must be one in Cape Town,
Right.
another in Kigali,
Right.
another one in Italy, another one in Sao Paulo.
Oh, I'm so coming
You know
with
what I
you.
mean? So that's what I want to do. So it is to make music that can transcend space and time, to work with productions that will be of that scale, you know. And I want to do it with Black kids, you know. I think that we've seen a lot of orchestras being presented in that European kind of way, and I'd like for us to figure out how to tell our stories as African kids to the world, you know. So that's a big dream for me. But I also want the music to afford me the opportunity to make music education accessible to kids in township and rural areas, because we see it all the time online with kids who have these enormous talents but aren't given the resource to hone.
And South African kids in particular.
Yo, they have so much talent.
And we don't nearly have music
We really
education in
don't.
school.
Yes, we don't, you know, and I speak about how when I interact with my friends who have gone to private schools, how they can easily just go, you know, I used to play violin when I was 6, and I used to play piano, and then I just stopped and I dropped it because they had the opportunity. And so they had a chance to decide whether it was something that they want to engage with. And I'd like for my work to afford me the privilege to extend that education and that platform to kids who aren't really given those opportunities, and to programs that can be easily taught to teachers in those schools to say, let's teach you how to teach basic music theory. Let's teach you how to teach basic drama theory or history and all of that, so that it's part of the curriculum for kids, because imagination is like one of the most important things that we need as society, because it gives us a way forward. And so, excuse me, art, I think, is one of those tools that allows us to be vast in our thinking.
You know, it's so interesting you should say this, because I remember I was having lunch with Sibongile Khumalo, and she was talking about how people, you're talking about imagination. People don't even realize that there is peer-reviewed science that says if you teach children music, it actually even improves their mathematics. It improves everything. And it's one of those things that I'm so glad that, growing up with a father who insisted that we all learn music. So the theory of music, I took it up until... what is it now? Grade 7, standard 5.
Oh, you could teach.
I can read music. So I'm so grateful for it. Yeah.
Anyway, we have to take a break. We'll be back right now. Welcome back to the show. Before the break, I was just thinking to myself, imagine, like, this is music education.
Yes.
Art should be things that are mandatory at grade school level.
Yes.
But we're still dealing with 33%. So whatever. Clearly that's not going to happen this year. But our children deserve to have the opportunity to be taught an instrument. Even if you're starting with a recorder, for God's sakes. Do you understand? To build up other aspects of themselves. But anyway, what I want to talk about now, Ndumiso, is a little bit about... So when I met Langa a couple of weeks ago, it was at a very... out event. It was the queer as fuck event. It was beautiful.
It really was.
Oh my God, I danced. That was there.
We had a good time.
We had a beautiful time. Do you understand?
Especially with your hermit-like existence, right? Generally. So when you do
you don't leave the house. Why?
The world has been scary for the past 5 years.
It has been.
So since COVID, I'm still trying to recalibrate my synapses in my head to be like, who am I? What do I want? So I used to get a lot of anxiety leaving the house. Now it's just like, unless I absolutely have to leave the house, I don't. So when I was growing up, I used to think of myself as an extrovert. Very easy to talk to.
Yes.
But the older I'm getting, I'm like, extrovert. I'm social. I'm sociable. I'm garrulous. I can talk up. I can, do you understand? No. Socially, I can hold my own. But deep down, I prefer spending time with myself.
I think it's also because of that time of lockdown that we've all realized the value of our homes, first of all, but also the value of your own space. Because I don't think you're the only person that feels the way that you do. Because I had a time when I didn't want to leave the house post-COVID. And it's because we learned to go to, there's really no need for me to go if I don't have to. I even at some point I said to my friends, you can actually come sit on my couch if you want to. We don't have to go to a restaurant to relate to one another. So I don't think it's just because you are no longer an extrovert.
What are you? Are you an extrovert?
I think I'm like an ambivert, so a little bit of both. Quiet until you know me.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Until you've let my guard down, then you kind of wish that you never let it down. Like, Nkosiam, akakhulumi.
I've heard people say that it's like a question. It's like, how do you know that someone is an extrovert? And the answer is they always claim to be. They tell you that they are how introverted they are. And I always think, and I'm not going to buy your face now and tell you that, I can see the introvert in you. Because this one, for me, because that conversation is about energy.
Yes.
When I go outside, the like I psych myself. I really do not like. I am very uncomfortable around people that I do not know. I really am. I have taught myself to be comfortable, but when I am out, it is so bad that if I'm at an event for 2 hours, at some point there's going to be half an hour where no one can find me because I've gone to the car to go and hide. So when I look at this one, it's like sometimes I'm in awe because she just seems so energized by people. And she can work a room. I can't work a room. You've never seen me work a room. Like when I go to an event, I look, who do I know? Right. And I go and I stand with those people.
You don't call before and make sure that there's someone there that you know?
Oh, no, I absolutely have to.
That's my contingency. It's just like, are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Or else I'm not going. But yeah, we met at the Queer as Folk event.
Because I find that people can rub it two ways. You talk about energy.
Yes.
So either people give you energy or they take energy.
Yes.
And for the most part, the average Joe Blow
takes.
I buy a tata, and I don't like it. It's like, I don't like this tatting of theirs. It's like I just feel depleted when I get home. So yes, I can be social in that way, and it also, like, if I walk into a room and it feels what do you call it? Hostile.
Yes.
I punch. Or I'm like, there's something wrong, right? So I'm one of those, if like I'm moderating or being a program director, like I have to really consciously remember that I also feed that audience in as much as they're feeding me. Like, okay, now you're getting paid, so you can feed them some energy. Because it's ridiculous how human beings are, but you'll be sitting there in a room full of people, everybody's happy, applauding. We want to do this, so like, why am I concerned about the one bagger?
We all are.
Why?
We all are.
Why am I touched in my feelings that this person is not applauding? Or something, like, you know what I mean now? And then I get into my head.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm not so good as I think I am. And then I start having conversations in my head about what's good and what's not good.
Yeah. I have that when I perform as well, where I'm just like, I catch the one who's not paying attention. And now that's where my attention. Like, oh my God, we don't need to worry about the rest. They're already captured. So let's capture this one.
You know, and that's so interesting because, I mean, I think people who are best placed to actually deal with that sort of thing are comedians. For instance, I mean, now and then, I don't know why I follow Ariel Spears so much, you know, the comedian. And every single time, he just he looks for that one person who's not having fun. And he will rip them apart. He's like, you came here, you got dressed, so you can sit here and not laugh. Like, what's wrong with you?
So you're making an effort to be miserable.
Sure. But I don't know, guys. I mean, this conversation for me is very interesting, right? Because I find that I'm also a bit of a chameleon when it comes to you never really that one thing. So she knows my wife. My wife, when it comes to introverts, that one you don't have to ever ask her what she is.
Yes.
She is such an introvert. Like she really. I mean, people always talk about the average words used by a man versus a woman. In my house, I promise you,
you average more.
It's 3-1. For every 3 words I say, she'll say 1.
Oh,
like,
wow.
And then my children, because I've got 4 children, they all. 2 of them are very introverted, the eldest and the youngest.
Yes.
The 2 middle ones, when they sometimes, and I'm Vumezita is now doing radio at UJFM, like, you know, Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Friday. Yes, Vumezita, I mentioned your show.
I can.
The wake up show and whatever. The 2 middle ones, sometimes you sit there and you're like, because they talk so much.
Sure.
But when I am with my wife, I feel that I have to be more outgoing because of how she is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you kind of like balance out.
I have to balance it
But
out.
you guys just don't do quiet together.
Oh no! There's a lot of quiet in our house.
Sure.
There's a lot. I mean, there's sometimes literally in the house with Siayo there, who's also an introvert, because there's only 3 now.
Yeah.
Like,
the last one, the other 3 are gone.
we can sit in that house and not say a word to each other for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like literally just,
That
one
sounds
is in
like
the
heaven.
kitchen, and we can be quiet.
My mother likes to say, Uti, like, 'cause I live with her. Uti, like, sometimes she forgets I live with her.
That's how quiet you are. Yeah, I'm also like that at home.
So I have to, like, make an effort to, like, in the morning, like, hello, mom, how you doing?
Bonjour, yes.
What's a halang? Sit with her for a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'll see ya.
Sometimes she doesn't know if you're there or if you're gone.
Basically. But also, it's so weird living in a world where there's so many screens to look at.
Yes.
She'll have her TV on. That's an obvious.
Phone.
It never goes off. But she's on her phone. There's some game called Mahjong or something like that.
Okay.
Yes, apparently it helps older people with their memories.
Okay.
And she taught herself. That's the even most impressive thing. So between the Mahjong and the screen, I don't know why she even bothers with television because half the time she's here.
Background noise, it's great.
Background noise.
Yeah.
I've heard some producers say that commissioning editors at networks are now asking
Yes, I saw
producers
that.
to dumb down the language a
Scripts,
little
yes.
bit so that people
Can be on their phones. Yes.
Yeah.
So they make it like so blatant, like what's happening in front of you.
So you
in
don't
terms
miss
of
much.
Like, yes,
If
that you
you're-
don't miss it because they know that the viewer is probably on TikTok while they're watching the show.
Yeah.
So they have to make it that, which is sad, I think.
it's very interesting.
It's incredible. Interesting?
I think interesting because I'm fascinated by how fast modern technology moves. Maloba more in a TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter, right? Before TikTok, it was like Twitter was like huge. You wake up, you're looking on. Now, Twitter is almost non-existent in the sense that sure I have an account, but do I use
ever
it?
go on it? Yeah.
Because there's so much unsolicited, and I see Kikimang, that dumbass who owns it, Elon Musk, tweeted something like, oh, we found a bug that was making people see a lot more of the people they were not following. And I'm thinking, you piece of shit.
You did that yourself because you were the one. Yeah, he was censoring.
No, wait,
they were
who am I
censoring.
saying about? Because he was doing it on purpose. So that
Yes.
even if you are sitting, minding your own business in Spread View, Gauteng,
American news.
some redneck with vile views about black people
Yes.
would find their way onto my
Yeah.
feed, making it unpalatable.
Yes.
So I think it's interesting because even TikTok,
Yeah.
it is quite clear.
Yeah.
This wonderful crack addiction that I call it right now, where I'm just sort of like
you don't
here,
stop.
where you don't crack,
I
you
fall
don't
asleep
stop.
on TikTok actually.
Right. Do you?
Yes.
I found that I can't. TikTok gives me too much energy. So if I'm gonna fall asleep, I've got to listen to like a documentary
Okay.
or a podcast or like something that I'm not following very
Yeah.
much, but where I hear a voice.
I just don't have a TV in my bedroom. So
Okay.
if I had a TV, I'd probably play something and fall asleep to it.
Right.
Because when I was in varsity, I would watch Eat, Pray, Love every night.
Yeah.
by the time it was like 5 minutes in, I was gone. But it would continue to play. And I think it's like when you live alone, you kind of want to fill the space sometimes. And I
Right.
think that's why sometimes I fall asleep on TikTok.
And this is I always find this interesting because, one does have a little bit of a public profile. You probably have a much bigger reach. How do you navigate the whole issue around the fact that people know you that you don't know, right? So many people know who you are. Even on the socials, also like physically, right? Do you ever like find things on the socials that are about you? Do you ever seek that out? Like
Well,
to find out?
Do you Google yourself?
Do you
I
Google?
try not to do it.
Yeah.
So my team at the label, when we just put out the album recently, they were like, we need you to check your Twitter and what people are saying and respond and engage. And I said, I don't want to live a life like that where I'm constantly privy to people's opinions of me or the idea of me.
Right.
So I don't try to, I don't seek it out. I try to live my life every day as like a normal person. I call my mom in the morning. I see my friends. I'm at work. So unless if they've gone out of their way to tag me and show me that they're talking about me, or it's
Right.
something that already includes me in terms of the engagement and I see what's happening, I don't really go looking for it. I don't like to hear outside voices too much, because I think then you start to shape yourself according to how they would like for you to be. And sometimes
and then
their perception
you
of you, you care. Sometimes the perception of you isn't really who you are, and then they want you to be that, what they perceive you to be. Like, oh my God, Langa's such a cool, calm guy. Then they see me out in the streets with my friends, and they're like, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. The singing and the music requires for me to be focused and to treat it at a certain level. But outside, kumnandi,
right.
And so I don't try to. No, I'm not interested.
Are you bothered?
Are you?
Do people's opinions of you bother you?
You know what? Okay, my answer is going to be a little bit hypocritical. It's hypocritical in the sense that how much I give out this vibe that I really couldn't give a shit what people think of me. The truth of the matter is that when people don't like me, and particularly when I feel like you've got no reason to not like me, or it's a case of, move on, dude. And it's like, I'm not everyone's cuppa. I don't, and I never bend, to pander for people. So, for instance, I have got certain religious views that really rub people up the wrong way, because I don't think very highly of religion, just generally, right? And I've had friends say to me, "Do you know how much more pleasant your life would be
if you were agreeable?
If you didn't." Let people know what you think about religion. So where I'm a hypocrite is, guys, the block function. It's one of the, I use the block function. The block function. I abuse it. Sometimes I just go. Sometimes and I sit and I look at my blocked list, because they're just people that are just negative, and I'm just I don't want to know what you think of me, because the fact that I don't think I can't believe I'm about to say this. The fact that I don't particularly enjoyed Beyonce's music, right?
What?
I don't. And it's got nothing to do with Beyonce. No,
she's
really.
Great,
she's
I'm sure,
great.
in her
And
own way.
I got so many
feel the same?
songs. Yeah, so
I think I want to go.
I know. And
Mama would be so upset.
One thing that I have learned is that Beyonce is such a brilliant artist that it can't be that 3 billion people on earth are wrong about Beyonce and I'm right. So obviously the problem is with me. The fact that I don't enjoy her music. There's nothing about Beyonce's music.
You don't enjoy all of her music?
Oh, no. I've got songs of hers that are just absolutely, I don't know. I mean, I love Ego. I love.
Okay, yes.
Do you know what I mean? I like.
What's that in Love?
Love on Top.
Love on Top,
because I think it's more 80s.
Okay.
And that song that she did with is it Walter Williams from the OJs? He loves me.
Yes.
I've got and in fact I've realized that I probably now have over 10 Beyonce songs that I actually really enjoy.
Okay.
But that's 10 Beyonce songs out of how many? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
But it's a part of a problem. It's not a Beyonce problem.
I won't lie to you. I enjoy people who have individual thought. I think that the reason why I don't enjoy Twitter is because it feels like a group think, and that no one is allowed to have a different opinion. Right. And it is worrisome to me that people can just take on the opinions of others without going out and trying to understand whatever it is that they might be taking a stance on, without going to do the research. Go read a little bit and go figure out what it is that people are speaking about, and then you decide from your own feelings what it is that you feel. There's nothing that bores me more than someone who's just agreeable about everything.
Right.
Even when you work with me and you just think that everything that I say is right.
Right.
Because I'm just like, hey,
you're not doing anybody any favors.
Guys, actually, this is my idea. We should do an album where I'm upside down. Oh, brilliant, Langa. Brilliant. That's just that's so amazing. How am I breathing upside down?
And that speaks to basically where we are, particularly with social media.
Yes.
Social media has really, really done us a disservice in the sense that it has created tribes. So someone who used to believe that the earth is flat 20 years ago had no one to talk to about the fact that the earth, because it's ridiculous. Of course the earth is not flat. But social media, you can find 250,000 people that believe that the earth is flat. So we all live in these echo chambers, and like no one is. And I don't like to live in a world where I only hear things that I like.
Yes.
Do you know
And
what I
it
mean?
shows a lack of capacity for thinking.
Yes.
Do you understand? Like, there's nothing more annoying than yes people.
Yes.
People who only say yes to you because they don't challenge you.
Yeah.
They don't push you out of your comfort zone. And quite frankly, it's boring. You're like,
I also don't think that it's good to relate with people without having conflict.
yes.
Like, I can't be in a relationship with you or a friendship with you where we can't have conflict.
Right. Right.
Because that means that one of us is dying inside.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't agree on everything.
Yeah, there's no ways.
Right.
There's no ways. And let me tell you, it's not going to be me to die inside. I'm going to tell you, you know, so
Yeah.
I like colors. I like a life that is colorful.
Let's just take one more break. We'll be right back.
Have you ever seen the BuzzFeed video of the girl? She's at work and she goes, I don't really like that Beyonce song. And it becomes like this dystopian like, place where everyone kicks her out and she must go to this barren land of people who don't like Beyonce because not liking Beyonce is like a sin.
It's a
It's like a
sin.
big sin. Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
Welcome back to the show. All right. So, you've just admitted the Beyonce thing. All I'm saying is to the hive, be gentle.
With your sting.
He cries very easily, so be very, very gentle. And we were talking about, obviously, like how we allow people's opinions to influence us. So I was laughing because you say you're good with the blog thing.
Yeah.
It's really one of the best ways to... And it's not because you don't want to engage.
Yeah.
It's not because you don't want to be challenged. There's just people that you think, why do I give a fuck?
Yeah.
Langa Mavuso, I don't care what you think. Block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ndumiso Ngcobo, block.
Yeah.
Where
I
is this
block
peace of
people.
mind?
Hey, I just let it go.
Yeah.
I used to be like very responsive. Like someone irritated me during the weekend. I really wanted to send her like a long ass thing. Then I was like, it's a
Why?
stranger. Why do I care?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I've learned to just like accept that there is always opinion about you, whether you are platformed or not. It's just that because of the platform, you get to be privy to it sometimes.
Right.
And so I'm trying to just understand it from the sense of, unfortunately, you have an ear to the room
Right.
that is talking about you.
But I
everyone
do
is
want to
being spoken
know
about.
who's talking shit about me. Do you understand?
Do you really?
Oh, you want to know?
Don't you?
No.
Like people that I know who are like, Mare, yo ulanga auntie.
No.
Yeah, you're a nice person, Mala.
No.
Hey, do you understand?
I think people, they reveal themselves.
Know.
They reveal themselves in like little jokes.
Right.
Like, or things that they like are just like throwaway comments. And then you get to hear what people really think about you.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Right.
Or someone will be like, hey, here's ucabanga ukuthi uye njani. And they're making it a joke. And they're like, gashlego. But like in their head, I'm like, oh, it's bothering you, actually.
Right.
So
You'll be
yeah.
amazed how much it bothers people. But we're going to talk about drinking now.
Yes.
We're going to talk about drinking alcohol,
Yes.
to be specific, because Uma Paloba went sober.
Okay.
And not for the first time,
Okay.
but hopefully for the last time. No, but this time, this is the first time. Why am I speaking his language or telling his story? But he's telling that this is the first time that he decided that he wants to do away with alcohol for good. So I've been a bit curious.
Sure.
Like, how's the journey going? Because I don't imagine it's easy.
Yeah.
Because here's somebody who's built a whole persona around drinking and drinking culture and how much he loves to drink.
Yeah.
And now having to kind of recalibrate that.
You know, and I want us just to have this conversation about this because I suspect that all of us have got something. Yeah, everyone's got a monkey on their back, whether it's weed, whether I don't know what other people's prescription pills and so.
Right.
So my thing for 39 years has just been alcohol. in the sense that, so what you are wanting, what you are describing is, I have quit alcohol. Well, not quit, like stopped. Just decided, just cold turkey.
Right.
And I've always enjoyed it because it's like I'm proving to myself that I can just quit.
I'm in control.
I'm in control, so I can just quit and so on and go 3 months without drinking, then drink for 2 months. So over the past sort of 3 years, I really have more time. I've been sober than I have been drinking alcohol, right? So where I am right now is the realization that actually it's almost becoming a religion for me, because there is now this realization in my head that the reason that I have been drinking for 39 years, because it's also a very holistic thing that I've done. I've decided to start therapy. So now I'm talking to a therapist, at least once a month and so on and so forth. And I'm actually realizing that what alcohol has been for me for 39 years is that 39 years ago, something very traumatic happened in my life. It's the worst form of loss, because I lost a brother who is still alive to mental health issues. So this is my best friend until I am 14 years old, and this is like someone he falls ill, he falls apart, and this is like in the 1980s, help is not, and so he has really not been present since I was 14, and my alcohol abuse has coincided exactly with the 39 years that I have been drinking. So my drinking has been for me a mask. It's a way of just not dealing with certain things. And then obviously there's more issues that come. So what has happened since with me is this realization that I need to think of myself, and I'm starting to think of myself as a teetotaler. Like, I am someone who doesn't drink. Does this mean that 3 years down the line, you're not going to see me at a party holding a beer
Champagne
because there's been a backslide?
Right.
Of course it doesn't mean, but when that happens, it'll just be me backsliding, because people, what is the proper word? Relapse.
Right.
But I am not planning a relapse.
Right.
But I have to be honest with myself about the fact that relapses happen. And so my journey with alcohol is there, where I realize more and more that I have just not been as present as not present to my real feelings, present to the people that I have done wrong. I cry so. I was like the other day with my wife. I'm just, baby, I'm so sorry for the thing. I'm so sorry. I wasn't in a good space. And she knows me and she understands. But I'm now able to do that sort of thing. Yeah. My daughter, 10 years relationship, because my daughter is not my wife's child, right? And so the relationship between us has always been like really tough. And I'm finding that now that I'm sober, I'm actually able to sit with her, look her in the eyes, and we talk. We really talk. And she lets me know, like, Daddy, there you let me down there, which means that right now our relationship is so great. I've never felt so present in my life. I am so awake. I'm so present. Everything I feel, and I'm hoping that I can do what the people like Prazex Mdawi had him here, like over 30 years sober. I hope I can. I don't want to drink anymore. Yeah.
And I'm so happy for your journey.
Beautiful.
In the sense that it came from you. And I'm not worried about you at all. I'm not worried about you at all. But there is something in my mind that just says, or like, hey, Marilo, one day I'm telling beer. There's just that slight of like, hey, Maru. And like, for example, December. I'm thinking about you because
how long has it been now?
No. I mean, this latest one is but 3 months now, right?
Okay.
And so on. Now, but here's the interesting thing about it. Even last year in December, the number of Decembers I go dry in December.
Oh, really?
So last year I was dry. On the 24th of December, I wasn't drinking alcohol. I opened my first beer in about 3 months.
On Christmas.
On Christmas Day itself. Dude, by the time it was the second, the alcoholism was like, like itching. You know how itching on the side of the bed.
Of the bed.
By the second, on Christmas drinking, but by the second, basing ngakwazi, and like we out on holiday, family holiday with the kids, and he was high, wants to go and watch the sun come up at like 4:30 in the morning. I've got gin in my hand at 4:30 in the morning. Because I do not know how to drink in moderation. It's either I'm not drinking or I'm drinking.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie. Drinking for me has been fun. Like some of the best times of my life have been
With a drink.
with a drink. So I'm not one of those people who now, because I'm not drinking, I'm going to judge anyone. But December, that's the list of your worries. I can go dry in December. 2004, I was dry all over December because I was living in KZN, and Peggy Tele's Gestapo was out on the streets in Durban. There was no way you could drive in 2004 and you had alcohol.
2024.
Huh?
2024.
2004.
2004.
20 years ago.
When he was MEC in KZN. You would never be able, and this was before Uber, so we were all drinking and driving.
Yes.
So I was like, December, I'm not drinking. And I did not drink in December until the 31st. So, Christmas is a breeze for me.
I love what you're saying is that like you're able to be like presently here, because I think a lot of us like to have a drink in the moment where we don't want to be present in our emotions. And that's like the difficult thing of like, oh my God, I'm feeling so sad. Let me have a moment to distract myself with a drink, or it's going to recalibrate where I am. So yeah.
Yeah, we all have our journeys, like they say.
We do.
Yeah, we all have our different things. But you've also seemed to, for me lately, to really not be drinking as much as you used to.
Not even close.
Like you're not, eh?
Over COVID, I got into a really nasty habit because we were just stuck at home.
Yes.
So it didn't matter. It's 8:00 in the morning. It's like 4:00 in
Wine.
the afternoon. Was wine o'clock?
Yes.
Do you understand? And I'm not a good sleeper in any case.
Yeah,
so I'm
same.
just like there for 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
10 o'clock in the morning. I guess it's 1 o'clock. 1 p.m. It's 1 o'clock. It's like, 1 o'clock kind of became
Life o'clock.
habit.
Yeah.
It became life o'clock. Which is not nice. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what? Kuna tendency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I went to see the psychiatrist and we decided to go on a health journey, I'm like, you got cut down. You're going to stop daily drinking and you're going to significantly cut down the volumes that you're drinking. Because what would happen, I would tell myself like, but I'm not getting drunk, right? Because it was just like a glass of wine. It was not like I'm drinking until I'm poop drunk and out. But it would be just sort of like, it's in those moments of incredible anxiety when I just felt like, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Can somebody ease my mind, that I would find myself drinking. So significantly less.
How do you navigate life, and particularly with what you do and the
lifestyle of
the industry? Because one of the things that for me, I realized that I have to replace lifestyle decisions that include alcohol.
Right.
Yeah.
So for 3 months now, I make sure every Sunday I wake up, my wife and I wake up and we go for a hike.
A walk.
So we're doing this whole thing like hiking because, for me, Sunday was just like, particularly, there's nothing better than an ice cold beer on Sunday afternoon, like at 3 p.m. I don't know. Guys, when
you know that tomorrow's coming, Monday.
So how do you guys navigate this?
I think post-COVID definitely was difficult because it was a time of like overconsumption. I think I had an aunt of mine send me cases and cases of wine, and I had enough to throw many parties. And so coming back into like socialization and having to work and all of that, it became a bit difficult to balance it out. Also because in my work, when every gig that you get to, there's a rider with a whole lot of alcohol. And I can't say because I've stopped drinking that the band does not drink, because they'll get angry at me with how you made your decisions about your life. Manjati doesn't get happy. So I've tried to lower the consumption of alcohol. So I try not to drink from Monday to like Thursday, till Thursday. I don't drink until I've finished performing.
Good habits.
I'm finding my way around it currently because also even within my family, like the way we socialized together is like we sit on a stoop and we have copious amounts of wine, and it ends up being a sleepover at Andreto's house, and then we wake up and we make breakfast and it's really lovely, and so I've been trying to figure out how to navigate that. I also have a great road manager. He's very strict. He's very much like he will not get that rider out until he thinks that it's time. But it's also just kind of finding the discipline for myself because I live alone. It's easy to do things that no one sees behind closed doors, and so I had to find that balance for myself of saying, okay, it's during the week, let's get the work done. Before you perform, let's not have so much of a drink, unless if it's just like maybe a little bit of whiskey to open up the throat. But I do love a beveragino.
Yeah.
I do love me a good little beveragino. But I think like with all things in life, moderation is important.
Like very quickly, just as we round up, what kind of career do you see for yourself?
Sure.
In South Africa or wherever? Yeah. How do you see yourself? Because music is a brutal industry.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You're cute. You sound fantastic.
Yes.
That's not always going to fly.
Yes.
So how do you see yourself evolving? Or do you have somebody that you look up to and be like, I want a career like that?
Yes. So I'm like in the era where I'm making the catalog. I always say that to the team is that we need to build a catalog.
Right.
I look at the career of an artist like Bab Kaifa Seminya, who has ownership of his work, but also has worked in very many different roles as a musician, as a composer, as an arranger, as a performer, as a writer, as a singer. And so that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to focus on the performance, on the catalog, but I'd also like to write for other people, arrange for other people. And like I said to you, I just want a husband, kids, and 5 shows a year.
and speaking of a husband,
yes,
do you have a type?
I do.
Do you have a type?
I do.
For
apparently they all look the same.
Really?
Oh my exes.
What's your type?
Beautiful boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you know his Langa Mavuso, I wish you all the best. I love watching you perform.
Thank you.
And you have so many performances lined up. So you seem like you have an amazing team with you.
Excited.
You seem like you're killing it and crushing it.
Thank you.
And really, I just look forward to listening to much more music from you and being invited to your house for dinner.
Yes, definitely, because I cook very well.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
All right. Until next time. Bye-bye.
But also, just before we go, Langa, in the next couple of months, November, December, what are you doing? Where are you performing?
Sure.
But also, where should people go to actually find out exactly what it is that you're doing?
Where Langa's movements are.
So people can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Langa Mav. I have Facebook for the relics, and it's Langa Mavuso. And we've got some special shows, Botswana, basically all around the country for festive season. They just need to follow the socials to see.
Right.
I'm excited for next year. We're going to do a tour for the album that I just put out.
Nice.
So we're going to go around the country. I want to go to the rest of Africa as well.
Yes, sir.
And there's some special projects that I can't talk about yet that are coming out next year.
Right.
But it's really cool. This is on Spotify. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just did a tribute to Brenda Fassie for the Glow playlist. So people can also check that out. It's myself, Monet, Zoe Muticha, Nanette. We kind of unpack how her impact on music and this generation of musicians has been. And so people can check that out on Spotify as well. It's a beautiful conversation where we just pay homage to the icon, the leader. That
the
is
one
Brenda
and
Fassie.
only Brenda Fassie. Thank you, Langa.
Thank you so much,
See you next
Langa.
time.